Hello, I'm going to show you how to make sure your import templates are as successful as possible when you're importing your data into Training Tracker. So first of all, when you're doing your imports, you're going to go to the Utilities tab, go to Imports, and then you're going to select Import Templates. If you select Trainees, then you have the Trainees template and an example. Tasks, we'll have the task template and an example. And assignments, you'll also have the template and an example. When you click on the template, these are downloadable. You're going to go to File, Download, and you're going to select CSV, which will allow you to open in Excel or Google Sheets to then put your data into. Once you have the template, you're going to want to import your trainees and tasks before you import the assignments. And the reason is because the assignment import will refer to the data that you entered in about your trainees and tasks to make sure that there's no errors happening. So a couple things I want to point out. The required information is the employee number, first name and last name. And then when you enter in the employee number, you're going to want to make sure that this is a plain text format, not a number format. And typically with a plain text format, it will then be more towards the left. Number format, it will be more towards the right within those cells. The other thing I want to point out, especially with your trainees template, is when you enter in the information regarding the supervisor, you're going to put in the supervisor's employee number, not their name. So you can see here that employee 2024 10/16/05 is the supervisor. That is Teresa Green, is the supervisor of these first employees. And then when you're entering in the dates for anything, you want to make sure that it is in this date format. The first three letters of the month, day, and then year. The task template, you have your the required information here will be the name of your task. Now, if anything is reoccurring, that it repeats, like CPR trainings every couple of years, you're going to write the word in true, and then you're going to enter in how often does that training need to be retaken. So for this top example, this training needs to be retaken every 2 years. Now, if your training has any certifications associated with it, and those certifications expire after some time, again, you're going to underneath expires, you're going to enter in true. And then enter in certification is good for. So for this top example, the certification is good for 2 years. Therefore, we want them to retake the training in 2 years. What this will do is this will allow Training Tracker to do some of the work for you. It will calculate those expiration dates on those certifications, and it will create a new future assignment date based off of this information, so that way you don't have to remember to reassign it, and then when you're running reports and you're doing forecasting, it'll be something that will not get forgotten about. Now, the assignment template will probably be utilized when you're trying to put in your historical data from a previous spreadsheet that you've been tracking with, or a export from your previous tracking tool. Again, when you are entering in the information, the items in red are required. You're going to want to make sure that your employee number and the trainees' first and last names match what you have trainees tab for those individuals. And then you're also going to want to make sure that your task names match in the names in your task template. Now, initially you may not have due dates. You may only have the complete date. So you're going to enter in the complete date, and you're going to copy that information and put that in as the due date, because the due date is required to create a new assignment. Again, make sure you are paying attention to these date formats. As you can see down here, I have a few that are in the wrong format. So you just select those columns, go up to Format, go to Number, and then find the format that you want them to be, and you can change all of them at one time. And now these items in orange, you'll only put anything in for these columns if you want to override what you had entered in about the task in regards to these. So underneath your, if there is a different instructor than what you had noted for that particular training, then you would enter it in here and it would override what you had entered in underneath the task tab. So those are a few things to pay attention to while you're creating your import templates for importing your data into Training Tracker. Thank you.